I was going to pick up some food from a friend's restaurant and was turning into the parking lot and was hit by a drunk driver doing about 75 miles an hour. I was ejected from the vehicle and fractured the side of my skull, broke my shoulder, and had a severe brain injury. I could barely walk. I had very little balance, just lots of challenges just around my abilities as a person, even after I emerged from intensive care. I think one of the really important foundational pieces in my recovery is that I got to go to Stallworth Rehabilitation Hospital. From there, I was able to get physical therapy. I was able to get speech therapists. I was able to get people who did sort of specific work on neural rehabilitation in the physical therapy unit there at Vanderbilt. But there came a point where I was ending those series of treatments that were really provided me by my insurance or by the hospital, and I still was at a place where I did not feel capable of being able to return to my work, to return to my life. And at this point, it would have been months after my injury. I realized that there was a significant amount of work that I was still going to have to do to just get close to even feeling like I was moving back to where I was before. And that led me to Dr. Hurst, a chiropractic neurologist in Nashville, who was just at the beginning of his career, just opening his practice. And he seemed to really believe that there was so much more recovery possible. But he said, I will tell you, there is a guy in Michigan. He's the best.
Marcus's story is incredible. He's been through so much, and he's documented so much of it that it really puts perspective on where he came from. Driving down the streets of Nashville to becoming Dimples in the ER.
He spends an incredible amount of time with you. He has cutting edge technologies that I didn't really even understand how they related to helping to treat what I was dealing with. I had major damage to my inner ear on the left. My brain was kind of just constantly panicking. And nearly like the first time that I did this rotational work, I remember joy on his face, because when you're spun, your eyes take a while to try to stabilize themselves. So it's like after you quit spinning, the room's still spinning for a second. I had that experience to my right, but I didn't have it to my left. That means you're not getting the kind of signaling that you need to really kind of keep yourself oriented in the world. And after some of this signaling to the ear and the movement, my body started to react. When he saw that, he saw my eyes sort of twitching. He had a moment of just, it's a moment of pleasure.
He has come so far. To see him be able to be a father, to be able to work a normal job, he is full of energy all the time. Are there still some things that he has room to improve on? Absolutely. I think there's still upside for him. And the thing I love about him is that he wants to do the work to find all of that upside, which is really inspiring. And I think it's a good message for everyone.
Life is definitely harder now than it was before I had a wreck. If I want to stay on track, I have to find some joy in my life and some gratitude, some thankfulness that I'm still here. There is so much more ability for healing and for change that's out there that we are really not traditionally educated to even understand. It makes sense that people would be skeptical, but really it's a blessing